Hi, I'm Lena Inverse. I came to the Kingdom of Zona to see an ancient book of magic. But once we got there, we were drawn into a plot involving a Seirun princess taken hostage. And that princess was... Hey, Amelia, long time no see. On top of that, the King of Zona had hired Zelgadis to be his bodyguard. Then some other stuff happened, and before you know it, boom, the end. Let's just say things got a little messy. But now we're all traveling together again, so who knows what else is waiting for us out there.
I am Lisa Ortiz, and I play Lena Inverse.
Lena! What's all the fuss?
Yeah, well, I couldn't exactly go to sleep when there were laws being broken. The city never sleeps, you know?
She's got a lot of attitude, and she's fun. I'd hang out with her. I do, as a matter of fact, on a regular basis, which is very happy for me. She's spunky, she knows what she's doing, she's in control, she's intelligent, and she's got red hair, and I dig that. Because, yeah, you can't see my highlights, but they're there, and they're homage to Lena. There you go.
Oh, you're not getting away. Flare! Arrow!
But I was begging for mercy!
Food is a huge
Yeah,
motivator
let's
for
get
me.
into the food thing, because I think just about every episode in Slayer's Next opens in a restaurant somehow.
With them eating.
Yeah.
She's a hungry girl. She's a growing kid. You need a lot. Yeah, she's actually, I'm very proud that she, represents a good role model for healthy appetites all around the world. And, kudos to Lena, is what I say.
What's that like recording one of those scenes where you're supposed to be stuffing 7 turkeys in your face?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And I'm so glad that I've demonstrated that for you. That's part of my joy. My love for Lena is that I'll pretend to eat in the middle of air. It's great fun.
Look like fun.
Are you even listening to me?
What, the fuck, we're just gonna stay sore forever? You've been so distant.
Listen, either eat or talk. My fault. Will you please stop eating and talk?
So, when you're going to a recording session, how do you prepare yourself?
Usually I do warm-ups. I do warm-ups before I get there. I'll stretch out. I'll stretch through the session. Sometimes, depending on how I am, I'll be stretching throughout just to loosen things up. And I do a lot of vocal exercises. And I used to, in some of the other stuff, whenever I recorded in the beginning, I would always hold the back of my head or find her voice and say Gowry or something, or Gowry. But then it gets easier as you do it. But I always warm up and do vocal exercises and do stuff and make a really annoying sound so that I can get up into her high voice. Because right now, I was in the studio today, so I sound very Lena-ish speaking, but my voice is actually a lot deeper than hers. So I have to make it bigger.
Oh, Miss Lena, why do you always have to do this?
I'm Veronica Taylor, and I play Amelia on Slayers.
Huh? Hey, when did this happen? A clever plan, Mr. Zelgadis. You used my love of justice against me in an act of psychological warfare.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Amelia, she is, I would say, the essence of energy. She's all for truth and justice, and I don't know. She's a great character to play. She always has something going on. She's a little bit ditzy, but she's solid on her commitment towards pursuing justice. I think.
It's time we show them just how powerful justice can be!
I'm Crispin Freeman, and I play the voice of Zelgadis Greywords.
But why, Mr. Zelgadis? Even if you do look like a freak, our friendship is eternal! I think.
Zelgadis initially entered the series looking like a bad guy. He was a servant of Rezo, the Red Priest, who initially looked like a good guy. Turns out Rezo is not so good. He has some secret agenda. Zelgadis is a chimera. He is actually made of stone, which is why he has the rocks on his faces, and his hair is wire. And he was not always this way. He was normally human, but he asked for power, and be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Rezo granted him power and made him more powerful by turning him into this chimera, this stone creature. So now he's rather embittered and upset. He'd much rather be human than a chimera, but he's kind of stuck with his blue skin and purple hair.
You're being so distant, Mr. Zelgadis. And after we're all finally reunited like this, too. We'll do whatever we can to help.
You all just consider me your personal sideshow freak.
Oh, it's not like that, Zell. Right, Amelia?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right, of course not.
Very well. I just ask that you stay out of my way. Please understand. I'm risking everything to find the Clare Bible, a mysterious book containing the deepest secrets of sorcery. From another world entirely.
Oh, and just exactly what do you want to do with this book?
He was more contained, I think, in the first series. In the second series, in Next, he becomes much more mercenary. He's much more obsessed with becoming human again, probably because there is this object, the Clare Bible, that supposedly will turn him back to normal. And most of the series is them trying to find this. And so he becomes much more self-centered, I think.
Huh? Mr. Zelgadis? Mr. Zelgadis, please hang on!
I think there is some attraction between Amelia and Zelgadis. I think I don't know if Amelia would actually admit it to anyone or not. Maybe she doesn't really know. But I think she likes him, personally. I mean, I don't have the inside scoop on where it's all going, but yeah, I think there's definitely something there.
Would you like to see them get together?
Well, you gotta have that tension there, so I guess maybe a little close, but no. I'd rather have that suspense.
One could argue that the best way to ensure a good pair is to ensure not necessarily compatibility, but complementarity. They complement each other, as do Lena and Gowry, in a sense, so that Zell can be read as a very self-centered individual who is only concerned about the bottom line, which is trying to turn himself back to normal. Amelia is exactly the opposite. She's completely obsessed with a sense of justice to the point where she's very willing to sacrifice herself and anyone else around her in order to make sure that justice is served. Opposites attract.
I am now working for this kingdom. And so, in other words, you and I are now enemies, Amelia.
Enemies?
Lately, I've been Mr. Nice Guy, but this is my true form.
No! For two people who once battled together in the name of justice to meet like this!
How thoroughly dramatic.
What? I don't need to tell you how powerful I am, Amelia.
I couldn't seriously fight one of my old comrades, but if I show any mercy to Mr. Zelgadis, there's no way I can win. Still, if I appeal to him as an old friend, he'll see the big picture and realize that justice is... Huh? Hey, when did this happen?
But it's the same reason Lena's got to have somebody to beat up on. Who else but Gowry? I mean, that's the way it works.
Hey, I can be helpful sometimes. Besides, Amelia's a princess of Seirun, and if I play my cards right, I can most likely get a preferential look at the Book of Zona.
And just what is this Book of Zona anyway?
Oh, how many times do I have to explain this, yogurt brain?
Want a taste?
No, I don't!
Lena loves Gowry, but she doesn't want to talk about it. But no, she and Gowry have this great thing going on, because it started off that she started off kind of trying to prove to him that she was a tough girl and she wasn't a little kid, and then it just they've gotten closer to each other over the time, and she feels now, I mean, as it gets further on, she just feels very protective of him, which she should, because he's an idiot, and she needs somebody to look out for him. But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But
Is it more of a brother-sister thing, or is there something else going on?
well, see, I think it started off where she was just this annoying guy. Then it got kind of very friendly and I think there's a genuine affection there. I think she likes him a little bit, but she'd never admit that. So, which is kind of her deli. But yeah, they get along very well. She and Zell, it's really weird 'cause I think Zell is kind of like the shoulder that she leans on sometimes because he's the only other person who comes into things intelligently when they go into things. Because Amelia's just like, yeah, let's go into battle and fight, and she's all about justice, so she goes crazy. But yeah, so that's it. But Zell's kind of like the rock, and Amelia is just. She's always happy to see Amelia whenever they're separated, but whenever she's there, they're just kind of opposite sides of each other, which is kind of funny.
Okay, Miss Lena, here.
What do you mean, here?
You have to wear that to cast it, so do your best.
What are you talking about? You have to do it too.
Huh? Me too?
We both have to chant it, right?
This scene that we're going to look at, I thought was particularly interesting. It's the singing scene where Amelia and Lena try to cast a spell by wearing these cute little outfits and sing this little spell song. But they don't know the song, so they have to get Zell to sing it to them so that they can learn it and cast it at the same time. The problem was, what was interesting about the recording of this was that Lisa here got to record the song first, and you had the tape.
Yeah, I had the tape in Japanese, and I had the animation. I got to look at it, and I got to learn kind of what could have been Japanese, but instead was what I learned.
Your own version.
Exactly. So
My version.
You went in and recorded the whole song.
Right, I recorded the whole thing in clips, and then I think
Then I went after
then
that and
Ron
just
went in
followed you.
afterwards. Yeah.
And of course, I had to come in after both of them and act like I was teaching them this song
Right.
that they had so masterfully performed.
Hey, we were
That's
great.
true.
There's no sarcasm. What are you talking about?
And of course, in true Slayer style, we thought we were doing it for absolute power or some wonderful thing that was going to happen, and it didn't quite work out that way. So.
Hey, cut it out! Don't look at me! Don't look! Turn around! Don't look! I said turn around!
Let's do it, Miss Lena. Girls who are in love, give their love to you. You who shine so bright, my darling.
Hey, what's the next part?
Wait a second, I'm looking. Shining rouge, pink like peaches.
Shining rouge, pink like peaches.
Hey, wait a minute! That's our stuff!
I pray that it reaches you this young girl's prayer.
I pray that it reaches you this young girl's prayer.
Floating in the night sky like a silver boat, the beautiful moon reflects my tears of love and hate. Damn it, why do I have to do this?
Floating in the night sky like a silver boat. The beautiful moon reflects my tears of love and hate.
Hey, at least you don't have to wear these ridiculous get-ups. I'm so embarrassed I could die.
My heart's beating so fast inside my little breast.
My heart's beating so fast inside my little breast.
And boy, is it little.
My heart's flying, flying to you. Oh, please will it reach you? My heart's flying, flying to you. I'm completely yours, pretty little me.
Yuck, you're not pretty! In Japanese!
恋する女の子には眩しすぎるのマイダーリンクラクラコロン水色パラソル叶えて星の乙女の願い夜空に浮かぶ銀の小舟月ときらりの波間に揺れる小さな手をぎゅっと出し心は
Thanks to everybody for watching and keeping Slayers going on, because without you guys, I don't have a job.